I started when I was little. My dad used to do a lot of picture taking, and I sort of took a liking to it. And you know, as I got older, it just matured more and more, and more of a desire. That's all. Well, it sort of captures the moment, the beauty. I've always been one that loves nature photography, and you can, quiet walk in the woods, small brook, just to see the beauty of God's world, and trying to capture that moment on film is sort of a unique experience. Well, nature, when you take nature pictures, they are what they are. You see what you see, and film will capture it for you. When you're doing people or portraits, the harder, difficult part about that is that people have an image of themselves one way, and when you take a picture, the camera doesn't lie, but the picture that comes out isn't what they envision themselves looking like. So what you've got to do is catch them at a certain angle or a certain way to make them look like they think they look, rather than how they do look. And it becomes quite a challenge. With nature, you don't have that problem. Learning the simple things from the simple cameras to the more complex cameras, and all the little tricks that you can do and things you can change and help correct and make more of a creative photograph out of it than I could in the beginning. And it becomes more of a challenge and more fun, and I went from the film cameras, and like 90% of my pictures are all on 35 millimeter slide film, to the modern day age of the digital cameras. And it took me a little while to go from film to digital, because everything I did was in the dark room, and I'd work in the dark room and create the photograph. Now you create the photograph on the computer. And then I had to go to school, and I took a few classes in Photoshop to understand the complexities and how you can alter and change the photograph that way. That one there in particular was shot of the Horseshoe Falls on the Canadian side. And what I try to do in most of my pictures is try to draw you into the picture, not be distracted by things around it, but the falls is the center of attention, so I want to draw you into the falls. I want you to feel part of it. And you can see the power of the falls, the storm approaching, and just be drawn into the photograph. This one here was shot on an early morning in the southern tier, and again, you find in the evening or the morning is when you get the best lighting for photographs. It just seemed to be the awakening of dawn, and the sun was just rising, and the mist was coming off the water, and it just made a perfect picture. Again, this one here is a southern tier, and it's again learning that what depth of field is, and how you can maintain a picture that's clear from the front, clear to the back, and that's all done through f-stops or depth of field of what's in focus. Not all pictures you want to have been nature pictures. It's nice because you get a feel of being. No, it's just my way of relaxing, and I think if more people probably got into it, they would find it a very relaxing tool to be able to just relieve the inner anxiety and actually become, I feel, a closer touch with God, to be honest with you, and all the beauty that He's made in the world. Things aren't all in system and order, they're just the way He created them.